Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Deep Cuts Reactions, and my name's Greg. And I played a song yesterday by Paul Kelly, about Adam Goods and the AFL and all that. And I was watching, and it's totally confusing to me, of course, but it's pretty serious shit in Australia, from what I get the impression. Kind of a religion like. I don't know, football is in America, God knows, Texas high school football is, such big shit. And yes, it gets to be a religion. And if you've seen, like after the Super Bowl with the professional teams, the cities will go insane and there's riots and it's just crazy. But I had seen just a little bit of this in a movie one time, and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? I have no idea. So anyway, I thought I would delve in just a hair, and this is a beginner's guide to Australian football, and so I guess I should watch this.
It's unlike any other game in the world.
Buddy Franklin under the scene. Franklin, this is Buddy Franklin!
Otherwise known as Aussie Rules, AFL or footy, Australian football is chock-a-block full of non-stop action, athleticism, hard hits, and heart-stopping moments.
Seed from the boundary needs to be inch perfect.
This is Australia's game.
Not even kidding. The Professional Men's League, the AFL, is the most attended domestic sports league in the world per capita. It's made up of 18 teams across the country.
The AFLW is the women's competition, formed in 2017 and growing rapidly ever since.
Righto, let's talk some basics. On game day, two teams play each other on a field shaped like an oval. A starting lineup consists of defenders, midfielders, and forwards.
You gotta be fit to play this sport. Players can move anywhere on the ground and perform any role during the game. Games are split into 4 quarters, with time added for stoppages in play. And the game starts with players from both teams fighting for possession of the ball.
We are away, and Grundy out the back was able to get it to Pendlebury.
The aim is to move the ball down the field and score. This is done in one of 3 ways. You can't throw the ball, but you can use your fist to punch the ball out of your hands. That's a handball. You can run with the ball, but don't forget to bounce it every 15 metres.
Penny! Oh, he's in a good spot. Penny with a bounce. Here's the moment. Penny with a second bounce.
And finally, you can kick the ball. No. Yeah, that's better.
Treloar kicks it beautifully. Look at that ball.
Players try to catch the ball after it's been kicked at least 15 metres. This is called a mark. Fun fact, you can use your opponent as a stepladder and take what's called a specky. Wait, that's legal? After a mark, you can choose to play on, or you can stop and take an unobstructed kick.
To score, the idea is to kick the ball between the 2 large upright posts.
There's the target, and that's right on.
That's a goal.
Magnificent.
That's 6 points.
By the way, you can also kick goals like this, or even this. No way!
Still with Martin. Can he kick a 4? Oh, he has.
Hit the post, or put it between the big posts and the outer lower post. How did he miss that? That's worth 1 point. We call that a behind. After a goal is scored, the ball goes back to the centre square and the action starts again.
Surely not another one. Handball to Oliver. Streaming through. Bang! Bang, bang, bang.
So, how do you get the ball back from your opponents? You can spoil, bump, smother, and tackle. Is it true they don't wear pads?
And bang!
Once tackled, your opponent must correctly dispose of the ball. Yeah, nah, not like that. If they don't, and have had prior opportunity to do so,
On the footy!
this is called holding the ball, and you get a free kick. When the final siren sounds, the team with the most points wins. Come on!
What an upset!
A final scoreline can look confusing, but it's actually pretty simple. Start with the goals, these are worth 6, remember? Add your behinds, and that's your total score.
Before we go, let's take a quick look at how the professional seasons work.
In the women's competition, the top teams play off in a knockout final series, culminating in a grand final played at the highest ranking team's home ground.
In the men's league, teams fight it out for 22 home and away games. And after that, the top 8 teams make the finals. One by one, teams get knocked out until 2 remain, ready to face off in the grand final. It's the decider for the biggest prize in footy, the Premiership Cup. Played at the MCG in front of, hold up, this can't be right, 100,000 fans. You beauty.
What a game of footy!
And that's pretty much it, your quick guide to Aussie rules football. So, this is us. What do you reckon? Because personally, we think it's the best live game going round.
But don't take our word for it. Grab your scarf and come see for yourself. You're gonna...
Okay. I know about as much now as I did when I went into it. You know, it just seems so confusing to me, but looks like a fun game. I mean, I saw quite some athleticism out there, you know, for sure. And God, that one thing that freaked me out, I guess, the most was when they're, you know, running with the ball and you've got to bounce it, and that's like a football, you know. And bouncing a football is, I mean, like if you were in a game, that's disastrous, you know, because you never know where it's going to go. You know, so yeah, it's really foreign to American football, you know, which is set up, you know, kind of like war, you know, between two teams, and you know, a lot of strategy and all this kind of stuff. And I think in some ways this is like soccer to me, where I don't understand the strategy of the game. I mean, it just seems like they're all running around. You know, I'm sure I am missing everything on that, but that's what it looks like to you know, an ignorant American. So, but that was pretty outrageous. So, you know, oh yeah, the other thing that I really dug was in Australian football, you've got female teams, and they're playing the same game that the guys are, and you know, it's just, yeah, that's right on. Because women don't play American football. They just don't. There's really no, you know, no teams or opportunity for them. They play soccer, of course, and what you guys would call football, I guess, and you know, then basketball. But there's no football players, and which I always thought was bullshit. But anyway, and the other thing I thought was pretty cool was, like American football, raining, oh, who gives a shit, man? You play anyway. So that's fun. I always like that about football. You know, the other games are inside and it's a controlled environment. But with a good football game, no, it's very different. I've seen you know, my team, the Oklahoma Sooners, play. There was what we called the Ice Bowl one year. You know, when it wasn't snowing exactly. It was sleet and snow and freezing rain, and the field got covered. There's ice everywhere, and you can't even see the lines on the field, you know, to know how to move the ball. But they continue to play, you know, and yeah, it sucks, but they continue to play. So I don't know. Anyway, it looks like a fun game, a lot of action, and unlike soccer or hockey, you actually get a lot of points, which, you know, is something I guess we like in the U.S. You know, is there's a lot of points in a game. When you have a game where, you know, it's just 1 or 2 goals, and then maybe they tie. What's with a tie? I've never understood that. But anyway, like I say, we're pretty provincial with our sports here, so you know, that's just the way it is. So anyway, I hope you all had fun watching me be confused and amazed. So anyway, I'll be back, and hit like, subscribe, and all that, and we'll see you all then. Bye-bye.